When it was below 0, he would stick his tongue to it. Now, as young adults, my daughter will buy perfume, cologne, lotion just to smell good. My son smells his t-shirts and underwear to see if he can get another day out.
Hi, it's our third day here in Branson, and this is our first day to go watch show. And today we're going to watch Yakov Karavel. I'm not sure of the pronunciation of the last name. It's Yakov. I think he's a Russian. And we'll find out how the show goes. I'm so excited.
Excited?
We have a ticket. My mother-in-law bought the ticket.
We'll double check the address, babe. 344 Sid.
My mother-in-law bought this ticket for us.
She did.
It's like a birthday gift for me.
That's true. That's true.
And she actually bought us 3 tickets, right? For the 3 different shows. But we are going to watch the other shows tomorrow.
We go left. Yeah.
Thursday and on Friday. But this is the first show that we're going to watch. I hope I can relate with the jokes.
Here we go.
Here we go. I hope I can relate with the joke. Sometimes it's hard to understand English, you know. So even if it's funny, if I don't understand it, I wish it's. I wish it were in Filipino. Oh my God.
Well, me too. Me too.
Well, anyway, we'll find out. So we'll see. I wish I could take videos. I hope I can. So I can record the jokes. And we'll watch it over and over again until I understand the punchlines. That one, Yakov.
This one right here.
Ooh, we're here in Yakov Theater.
Good for you. Good. And what do you do in California?
Well, lately I've just been, sitting on my couch.
Sitting on your couch. Yeah. But do you realize that, hold the microphone closer to do you realize I gotta tell you didn't have a choice, Daniel.
All right, go for it. All right, so welcome to Branson Live. My name is Daniel Blotter. My guest today is a well-known comedian. His book, America on 6 Rubles a Day, is available in the gift shop. Please help me welcome Dr. Yakov Smirnoff.
Thank you so much, Daniel. Good job. I have a theater on 65 and 248, and we're planning to build a retirement community there. And I'll show you. Because it got dark. And he was not a happy camper, and he said to me, before the wedding, my daughter will want to have a shower. I said, there's a good idea right there. I'll freshen up myself. He laughed and gave his blessings to our marriage, and I remember what my dad told me about laughter and about meeting needs, right? So I'm thinking, I need to meet her needs, and I know one of her big needs was that she loves outdoors. And so I locked the front door and wouldn't let her in. I'm joking. I locked the back door too. But my wife figured out that I didn't know what I was doing when I was supposed to get off the lift. It took me 3 times to get off the lift. And then I fell off. And my wife said, so you want to ski together? I said, no, where I come from, ladies go first. So she skis down a little bit, looks up, and says, I'll meet you down the hill. And I'm thinking, sooner or later. I'm not planning on moving. I'm so scared. I have this nervous laugh. Now, my laugh is weird to begin with, because in Russia, we were not allowed to laugh out, so we would laugh in. And it sounded real obnoxious, like, So I knew it was a strange laugh, and I was coming to America on the flight they were showing a movie and something was funny in the movie. I started laughing, and the oxygen mask fell out. So, but here I'm on the slope, and I need to relax to stop the laugh. I can't relax. I'm too nervous. And I'm standing there, I'm going, and it's echoing all over the mountain, right? And I'm going, and I'm realizing it sounds like moose mating call. Do you know how I figured it out? No, you're ahead of me. I'm standing there, I'm going, and I hear behind me, now I'm afraid to fall because I was meeting her needs and she was meeting mine. Yep. And out of that, we got two wonderful kids, Natasha and Alexander. Took us a while to figure out their names because when our daughter was born, my wife wanted a real American name for her, Brandy. And I said, Brandy Smirnoff? Why don't we just send her to rehab daycare center? So she can play with Gene Beam and Johnny Walker. So we called her Natasha. When Alexander was born, I'll show you a picture of the kids. Gerber babies, it was so, they were adorable. And Alexander was born, and I said, well, we have Natasha. Why don't we call him Boris? So we have Boris and Natasha. And my wife said, so we have a third child, do you want to call him Bullwinkle? And then we listened to this nursery rhymes. What are girls made of? Help me out with this. Sugar and spice.
Everything nice.
What are boys made of? Snakes and snails? So girls are Krispy Kremes and boys are rear end of a German Shepherd. You don't think it affects us? Think again. I watched my kids when they were growing up. My daughter will, on the playground, she would run around for a while and then she would slow down and socialize with other girls. My son would run until he would hit something metal. And when it was below 0, he would stick his tongue to it. Now, as young adults, my daughter will buy perfume, cologne, lotion just to smell good. My son smells his t-shirts and underwear to see if he can get another day out. I taught him that. So it seemed like it's pretty obvious that men and women are different. But for some reason, you know, in the beginning of the feminist movement, it sounded great to equality for men and women. It's wonderful. But then radical feminists made it sound like men and women are the same. And they want to prove to you that you're the same. There's no difference between men and women. I think we're equal. I don't think we're the same. Thank God we're not the same. Yep. Yeah, but now the scientists from around the world have to prove that we are not the same. It's crazy. But the scientists from Sweden, which is a very egalitarian society where men and women treated equally for decades now, right? They're very similar. And so they came out with the research that said that women have a lot better episodic memory, which means that they can remember what happened, when it happened, who did it, and what they were doing. Way better than men can do. And NFL used this information to hire their first female referee. She's doing an amazing job. She is throwing flags for the penalties the team committed years ago. Oh, you know what you did wrong. Another research came out from Germany, and they proved that men have 6 billion more brain cells than women do, but women test 10% smarter than men. And I can vouch for that. I lost my phone in the car. I knew it was there, but it was dark. And I kept looking for my phone for 15 minutes, using the flashlight of my phone. Those brain cells are useless. Another research was from Britain. They came out with the research that proved that women have a lot wider peripheral vision than men do. See, men were hunters, and we were supposed to throw a rock far away to hit the animal. And so we developed tunnel vision. And women stayed with the children, protected them from predators. So they had to be very subtle and see around themselves without turning their heads. So now in a social environment like this, if a woman wants to check out another guy, she doesn't have to turn her head. She just does this. Man, to see, we have to turn our heads. That's how we get caught. Women's eyes by nature designed like those wide-angle mirrors on the side of the car. That's why to women some objects appear smaller than they really are. See, I bet you never thought of it that way. But you will now. So in the beginning of the relationship, it seemed like we know what to do to attract one another. Now, otherwise, we wouldn't be together, right? So, but that's my driving. So that's how important it is, you know, for us to be acknowledged for things that we do, and that's because it's in our DNA. When the child is conceived, there's a female egg, and it's stationary, and there are 300 million of those male things swim towards that egg. That's population of the United States, and only one makes it. That's the one that did not stop and ask for direction. I bet you never thought of it that way, but you will now. Listen to that silence, ladies. I mean, that's so important to us, but to you, that's okay, because you do so many things all day long. That's not what you want. What you want is to be acknowledged for things, for who you are. Kind, loving, beautiful, selfless. Do you realize when a woman is sleeping, only 10% of electrical activity in her brain is shut down? Woman is sleeping 90% alert. That's a scary thought. But it's designed by nature, so in the middle of the night she can hear what? The baby crying. Do you realize that mostly female voices just now answered that question? Man, we don't even know. No, we know that there's short people live in the house. We're not stupid. We've seen them around. They bring us beer. We just don't know what they do at night. Because when man is sleeping, 70% of electrical activity in his brain is shut down. At that point, man switches to natural gas. I bet you never thought of it that way, but you will now. So now let me ask you ladies, how many of you, by your applause, agree that this is a very important need for you to be acknowledged for who you are? Applause. Any of you ladies disagree with that? Applaud. How universal is that? Listen to that silence, gentlemen. And the good news is that we did it during the honeymoon stage. We knew what other person's needs are, and we met those needs. That was huge for her. And you know, the gentleman automatically knew how to say, "You're so beautiful, you're so smart, you're so kind, you're so loving, you're so..." And then, for some reason, she would put on a nice little black dress and high heels, and you stop acknowledging her for who she is. She wears old pajamas with the t-shirt that says, "I'm with stupid." But it works both ways, because you ladies remember when the man used to open the car door for you. How many of you like that, when he opens the car door for you? And you stopped acknowledging him, now he wants to open the car door for you at 80 miles an hour. And I finally met my soulmate. My wife, you met her earlier. I met her in Russia. I was performing there at the theater, and she was part of the team that was management of the theater. And I saw her, and I thought, wow, you know, I was speechless in a way. I said, I'm from America, but I grew up in Russia, and so who are you? What are you doing here? And she said, well, I'm in charge of promotion. And I said, great, I have a theater in Branson, Missouri. Would you like a promotion? I was hoping she'd say, yep. She said, nope. And a year and a half later, I invited her to come to America, and I proposed to her on her birthday on a hot air balloon And I thought it was romantic, but also I didn't want her to get out. So, but I wanted to make sure that she says yes, so I painted this huge banner on the ground. It was like 40 feet by 40 feet, and it says, "Will you marry me?" And I thought, we'll fly over it, she'll see it, she'll say yes. We're flying over it, she's looking at this, nothing. She's 5 seconds, 10 seconds, I'm thinking one of us will have to jump. But, and then I realized she doesn't read English. So I drop on my, I bring this up, ladies and gentlemen, because when you turn on TV, whether in a hotel room or at home, right now it feels like there's doomsday in America. That there's only riots, there's only pandemic, there's only deaths, and nothing good is going on in this country. And I don't believe that. I do believe that we see what we seek. If we seek something bad, that's easy to find. Just watch reruns of Honey Boo Boo. Was another lady who opened her arms to me when I came to America, and I wrote a song about her. I'd like to share this song with you. This lady, she totally changed my life, and this is my way of saying thank you. Forevermore, I pray. Folks, I'm going to go down in the audience and bump some elbows with you, okay? Give me you're tired, you're hungry, and you're poor. I knew I found.
That's cute.
Forevermore, forevermore, I pray.
The show's over. We had fun.
We did.
And
It was one.
we were in the first row. Oh my God,
We
so-
were. It was cool.
And we were so lucky to take photos with him and his wife. That was his wife, right?
Yeah, she was.
I know the wife is
No, I think she was
the one who took the photos.
Yes.
His wife, but the one who played the Stage of Liberty.
Yeah, that was cool. That was really cool.
It was a great show.
It was wonderful. Wonderful. And very sincere show.
Yeah, but there is just some parts of the show that I did not enjoy much because I couldn't relate because some of them were like political jokes. So
Oh, the political stuff.
yeah, maybe because they are in English. That's why I didn't understand.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
But I'm glad we got a photo with him.
yeah, but I had fun with the last part.
You did?
I could, because they are green jokes.
Yes. Yes.
And now we are going to a restaurant
We
for
are.
our dinner. So where are we going today?
Deanna's barbecue.
Oh, we're going to a barbecue. We're going to Tapanas. Oh, it's a lot for dinner. Perfect. I love this. This
Is that
chicken. This is pork. I like this so much. Oh, I'm full. We just had dinner. And this is the restaurant that I would highly recommend. As a Filipino who doesn't like American food so much, this is the restaurant that I like best.
So good.
So if you happen to come here in Branson, Missouri, you should come here at Dana's Barbecue and Burger. They have pork barbecue, it's so good, and chicken barbecue, very delicious.
Yes, they have good ribs.
And they also have turkey, right?
No, there's no turkey.
No, I saw on the walls with the pork, beef, chicken. Barbecue. Yeah, I saw on the wall. It's written on the wall.
You saw turkey?
Turkey. Yeah, that's why I was asking you if the other meat.
Are you
that
sure?
This turkey. Yeah, maybe because it's written on the wall.
Oh.
Okay, so this is just close to Fall Inn and Suites here in Branson, Missouri. I'm so full and I'm going to. I have a takeout because I want to eat this with rice. Okay, I'm going to bake rice again at the hotel.